Now, this is my review for Predator Badlands. I was really excited for this movie based on the fact I thought the trailers looked great. You have the director who directed Predator, which was the first great Predator movie since the original, in my opinion. He also directed Predator Kill the Killers, which was a great anthology. Predator movie released on Hulu, like Prey. And this was the first Predator movie that was in theaters since the Predator, since the Shane Black one. Like, the last two were on streaming service on Hulu. To me, this director is 3 to 3. Like, I thought Predator Badlands was another great Predator movie. Like, I hope this director continues to direct Predator movies because so far, Killers, and Predator Badlands, I think, were all fantastic. And I love the fact they all feel unique and different from each other. Like, I love the fact that each Predator movie, the director does something different. And so far, the director has executed it, in my opinion, really well in these movies so far. Why I love all three movies. So all the stuff that I love about this movie, first is that the idea of doing a Predator movie where the Predator is the main character and you're following the journey of a Predator. I love the idea because it's something we haven't seen with a Predator movie where we'll actually have where the character you're following is actually the Predator. It's not a human character this time. I love that. I want to say this when it comes to the rating because I know a lot of people are worried. I didn't have a problem with the PG-13 rating in this movie, and I'll tell you why. Because of the fact that there's no human beings in this movie. It takes place on an alien planet where the Predator is fighting synthetic androids and different types of creatures. So for me, I didn't have a problem. Like, you still had a Predator killing stuff in this movie, and it made sense why it wouldn't be all rated because of the fact that it's not red blood when the Predator's killing these monsters. And when you have Predators killing each other in this movie, they have green blood. In a PG-13 movie, you can get away with a lot as long as you're not swearing a lot and it's not like very bloody when it comes to like killing humans in the movie. Like, for example, the first Alien vs. Predator movie that was PG-13, which was only a PG-13 Predator movie before this, that one made no sense why that had to be PG-13 because that took place on Earth and you had human characters where the Predators were killing humans, same with the aliens killing humans in that movie. That to me is an example of where I was like, why was that not all rated? That to me is an example of doing a Predator movie that should have been all rated, not PG-13. With this makes total sense. The Predator is on an alien planet in this, and it's not. You don't have any human beings in this movie. They're all synthetics. So I had no problem with this being PG-13. I thought it made total sense with the story they were telling in this movie, where the story's taking place. And what's importantly, like I said, you don't have any human characters in this movie. Like, to me, you don't need this movie to be all rated. Like, I know people when they heard this was PG-13, they were all worried about that, and I know some fans want they want these movies to be all rated. I do too. Watching the movie though and the story they're telling, I didn't have a problem with it being PG-13. This wasn't like the first Alien vs. Predator where I was like, okay, that did not need to be PG-13. I feel like that should have been all rated because you have aliens and predators killing humans in that movie. With this, it made sense to me. And like I said, the idea of following a predator was they call a predator deck. You really feel invested in his character. Like, when he loses his brother, you really feel invested in the relationship between him and his brother and this journey he goes on. And you really get invested in his character. And the thing I always love about the predators is that you see they kind of have like a twisted sort of honor about them. So it's just I found Deck to be a really compelling character and the underdog in the movie where you were rooting for his character and he was still badass at the same time in this movie. It's not like he softened up the predator in my opinion in any way. Like, he still felt like a badass. And I like the idea of this predator feeling like kind of like an outsider in the clan. So I thought that was really cool. And the idea of having the predator team up with a synthetic on an alien planet where it's fighting these different types of monsters, I thought all the monsters were really cool. And I really love the friendship that goes between the predator and the synthetic android because I love the idea of like where you see a little bit of the humanizing with the predator, while at the same time the predator is still a badass killer in this movie. And I really love the relationship between these two characters where you have this synthetic android played by Ellie Fanning, who I think is great in this movie as a android that works for Weyland Corporation, a synthetic. I think she's great in this movie. I love how she kind of has this plucky personality where she's just very funny character, and I love the banter. Which I love how she bounces off with the Predator, where she talks a lot, and the Predator is not, is a type of character where doesn't really talk too much, and I love the friendship that goes between these two characters. Like I found invested in both of their characters, and the moments where because she plays the synthetic, but she also plays two versions in this movie. She plays the good synthetic, and she plays her sister, the bad synthetic. And I think she does a great job of playing the two different synthetics in this movie. And the moments where you see her talk about her sister and how she wants to have that sister relationship with that kid with her sister, the other synthetic. I really feel like you got a lot of like just emotional moments with that. And with Decker, like I said, you just felt so emotionally attached to his character too, where you wanted him, you were rooting for this predator throughout the whole movie. You were rooting for this friendship that develops between these two characters. It's like one of those things where it's like, you're like, okay, this is like an interesting odd pairing idea of putting a predator with a synthetic. And I love how Ian Fanning plays the synthetic in a way that feels very different from past synthetics, which I love that. I love the fact she's like I said, she's very plucky and just kind of very fun character. And I think her and the Predator really bounce off really well between each other. I also thought the comedy landed in this movie for me personally, where it never felt like they overdid it with the comedy in this movie. It never felt like you made a Predator cracking too many jokes. It's like a moment in this movie cracks a joke, which I liked. I didn't feel like they overdid it though. To me, it wasn't. I feel like this movie did what the Predator, Shane Black one, where that movie tried to had a lot of comedy in that movie, and that to me was an example of a Predator movie where comedy just did not work for me in that movie. I feel like the comedy in this one was done much better than in the Shane Black The Predator movie, because I felt like that to me, the comedy in that one I thought was terrible and just completely they overdid it with the comedy in that one. This one I felt like they didn't overdo it. I felt like when they had jokes, it fit the moment and landed. I also like this little alien sort of monkey creature that follows around that joins the synthetic and the predator. I thought that looked really cool. And all the creatures I think look really cool in this movie. I like how you have the Wayland Corporation, so you have a connection there with the Alien franchise, which I really love that. And I just like I said, I love just the journey you go on this Predator. When you see this Predator, like the motion cast and CGI for Predator looks so great in this movie. When you see his Predator get angry when he loses his butter at the beginning, and you see this Predator express like anger and personality. You're just like you really feel for the Predator in this movie. Like you're rooting for the Predator, which I love that. And at the same time, still feels like a badass. There's some great action scenes I thought in this movie. And the ending of this movie, I really love how it sets up the ending for if they want to do a sequel to this, where because you have the Predator come back, beat, kill his dad, prove himself to the clan, and then you see ends the with the synthetic and the Predator saying how you see his ship and it's the Predator message it's his mom showing up. Which I think it sets up a really interesting sequel also around like the idea of like a female Predator I think could be really cool because I don't think we've seen any female Predators in any of the Predator movies so far. And I love the idea of kind of again exploring more of the clans of the Predators, exploring more of the just the family line of the predators when it comes to the idea of like the predator when you see the predator having a dad and the mom like hinting the mom's gonna show up and how scary what's the mom gonna be the predator mom. So I think it sets up some really interesting directions to go with the predator franchise for a sequel. And I if they like to me I want to see more advances with Deck with this Predator. Like I want to see more stories with this Predator. I want to see more stories with Ellie Fann's character and their friendship that they develop in this movie. So I thought this was a great Predator movie. 3 for 3 with Distracted for me now personally. Like I hope they do more. Predator movies with this director because, like I said, so far, three Predator movies in a row, to me, have been great with this director. Prey, Predator Killer Killers, and Predator Badlands, I love all three of them equally. I think they all do something different and unique, and they do it and they execute it in a way that's done really well. And done in a way that's fantastic, and done in a way where I really come out invested in the story and characters. So, you know, I really can't wait to what the next part of the movie this director is going to do, and I hope this director gets a chance to direct another one because three movies in, like I said, I'm excited for the Predator. Like to me, the Predator franchise, in my opinion, is on a great track record right now with these movies of quality. So that's my thoughts on Predator Badlands. I would definitely recommend watch Predator Badlands, and this continues to be just a great streak for the Predator movies so far, in my opinion. Until next time, movie fans.